What's up, Lofitropians, Commenteers? Welcome back to a new, obviously another video, where obviously I deep dive into my OC and shit. I actually might decide to make longer, these video intros. I also might start animating the full intro sequence. Maybe I kind of don't want to really get back into that, because I make one every single time and all different. Instead, I just want to make small testing animations, like the one you saw in the beginning, which is actually pretty short, but it is pretty good, because I also, as you guys know, I always sneak little sneaks into some of my animations, which is kind of in case they become future later, people will be like, oh hey, he was hinting at something new all this time, but if I become okay, anywho, so I will be doing that, and I also will put the sneak peeks up here, and when I edit it, but that is all you get for a deeper dive into the actual images, because I do not want to spoil it, because I will fully do it, but now y'all actually have a chance. Yeah, I already explained what was going on 2 days ago or so, about my YouTube channel, but we are skipping past that. Actually, one more thing, I'm gonna put the two images over here, in those corners. So for some reason YouTube will not, one image over here, where YouTube will not, for some reason, let me appeal again. It said your appeal unsuccessful. Like I explained, I got banned a while back for another account that I had, which was banned falsely from all the, I'm pretty sure, old friends I had banned, reported my videos, but for some reason that banned me, or whatever, for nudity. But anywho, instead of removing any of my videos, they just straight up banned me. And then on this channel, which I made, they let me keep this channel for some reason, but now they will not let me apply for those. I don't know why they won't, but they just won't. So yeah, that's going on. Anywho, fully back into the Lofitropian series. Sorry for talking super fast. So today we have a few things to talk about. Most clarifications on the sectors, different radio channel, also radio things, and most electronics, because I really need to talk about how these work. Okay, so first up, let me talk about the one car video a while back. Okay, why the hair off? I'm gonna cut that out. Anywho, so, cars. So, as you guys know, a while back, I made a dog, okay, I'm looking at my Roku TV, and I just see a picture of a dog, sorry, I'm keeping that in, a car, video, a while back, with, the little thingy, I'll put the thingy here. I did not make him, or I'll put the picture here. So I didn't actually make a song to go with it, because I couldn't think of any song to go with it, but I just put the animation. It's fine. That time I was also working on perspective without flip eclipse perspective tool. I'm not ready to even notice that existed. But yeah, I was just working on seeing how it'd work. At first I couldn't figure out how it worked, but I kind of used, this is really the only reason I use ChatGPT in a way. So, Google isn't really the best at giving, or any sites I can think of, that I really want to use to figure out how to use things in a good way that works with humans. But, for some reason, AI is, in a way, decent to talk to humans with, in a way, so I was trying to use it as a way to figure out how to make a perspective thingy, but obviously it wasn't exactly the best, but it was decent enough that I used it. Now, I might get a backlash for that, for the a few 25 subs I have. But, yeah, anywho, but yeah, I use that for perspective, for an explanation of how the thingy works. Now, I'm not gonna use it for that thing unless it's like an April Fool's thing, like I said. But yeah, so then that's how that worked. But if you look closer, you would see the radio console thingy that I put in, because I sometimes put in small details into videos. Some explicitly obvious, some not. Like the one that you saw in the beginning with the different the radio things have different colors, like main Lofi's team, and then on the curvy sidelines, and then the top had my character thingy's thing. So that's how so the way the radio works in the car isn't Lofi's energy or anything. Now, there are multiple companies. I already forgot what the company I had named for the radio in the video. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, there's Foxite Industries and Lofi's Industries. Lofi's Industries is the full company, made and sponsored by the main, the government in that universe. I never thought of a name for it, and I don't want to think about it now. And then there's Foxite Industries, which is made by Fox, or like Quartzy. And by the way, Lofi's Industries obviously made by Quartzite or Lofi's. At first, I was just gonna call them Lofi's Quartzite, Lofi's Quartite, and Lofi's Quartzy, but I'm like, okay, that's gonna get very confusing, so I'm gonna make adult Lofi's the main Lofi's, then that and that. So that's how I did that. I'm kind of more enthusiastic to talk about this today. Now, the radio in that is one in a Fallout universe, which is, well, not really Fallout universe. By that I mean like nuclear annihilation or disaster prone, especially in the war universe, which I have already forgot the numbers of those, so that's the thing that's sad about that. But okay, why is there a loose hair? Okay, I'm gonna cut me stuttering right now out. Anywho, let's get back on track. So the Lofi's, wait, we already talked about that. So now let's talk about how the main radio and the animation works. So it is a So CME Industries is super electronics and magic items, which is essentially one of the in that universe. It's a person that, well, most universes have companies that aren't like Lofi's companies or like even affiliated with Lofi's. I mean, some people actually are pretty good. I mean, Lofi's is main, and the Lofi's and all the other characters are not the only heroes in the multiverse. Now there are also villains in the multiverse that travel to. That is what the main Universe 1, Sector 1 universe is doing, or just trying to fix some things, trying to make an impact to the main multiverse and dimension. And also, yes, there are dimensions that I'm gonna have to figure out how to place in, but without like doing copyrighted shit. But I kind of have a big plan, but I can't execute it. Like the idea is good, but I can't execute it. So anywho, we're gonna shift back into the main thing. So yeah, because I was gonna cut this in, and then place that into another one. So okay, there we go. I finally get it working. So yeah, I talked about CME Industries. Now that is obviously a resident, not resident, whatever the fuck I was talking about. And yeah, that's something like that. And that is one of the things they work on, like regular electronics, like, so not super well. They also do like computers, but they also do some magic items, which is Now, Lofis and all them magic are the Lofis and all those are more superior magics. Now, there are other people in the multiverse that also have pretty powerful magics, like Emmy kind of does. Well, no, he has an inability to use magic thing where he can't be affected by it, but he can't use it, which is why he works in the fucking whatever the fuck martial arts or whatever the hell. I haven't been talking about many honorary members. There are a few, especially the whatever the fuck, BSFD or whatever the hell I call it. I am kind of getting tired now. It's 2:05 a.m. I'm kind of losing a lot of inspiration all of a sudden. But yeah, so that's how the Rain Radio works, or different in the multiverse. Some are good, some are horrible. Now, cell phones. This is something I haven't thought about a lot, but they're essentially phones today, except some are like more bulkier, I guess, and some could even work across the multiverse. I mean, they aren't exactly like that. I mean, I haven't really thought about it. This will change. Most of modern day things will change, obviously. So yeah, that's how that works. We didn't talk about how cars worked. Oh fuck. Cars work cars now, except some are more advanced, and fuck, some could even fucking Back to the Future, except instead of the DeLorean, I think it's Back to the Future that has DeLorean. I don't remember. And instead of a DeLorean, it's Cybertruck or something. Okay, not Cybertruck. That's a lie. I would never do that to y'all. But the Ford Ford F-150, and instead of going to the past and future, it goes to another dimension. What am I thinking of? So yeah. That's probably gonna be all for today. I don't really put too much thought in. For some reason, I do this way too fast. I'm kind of not sure what to do. I don't even know why I want advanced features besides the pinned comments, but I don't really have enough subs, really. So anywho, that's gonna be all for today's video. Bye. I'm also gonna do the blooper bits where I'm just gonna show what I was gonna do for the third cut thingy, but I decided to scrap it because I didn't like the way it sounded, and I also wanted to do the second part at the time because this was obviously recorded before. But anyway, let's get on to it. Hey man, also sorry I cut it out. On my perspective, I literally stopped recording and then re-recorded because I'm gonna add a thing explaining what that company is, because I have not fully thought about it yet, and it is not I'll talk about it, but I have not gotten to that yet, so I might cut some things into that one that's going to bleed into this conversation too, so I'm sorry if I repeat some things, but fuck it, I'm going to cut this bit out.